anymore. We always need the help of other people to do something. Even though not for help, we always need someone to in our daily activities. And we have media. Media is intermediaries to do something. In this case, it is to communicate from the source of message to the delivery destination. So, social media is used to communication to connect one person to another to make communication by online, via application or platforms to communication, shopping, or entertainment. And in this motion, we have people, social media, interaction, and connection. As a first speaker, I will talk about the negative impact of social media that connect us with social. As a second speaker, she will reply the first speaker of opposite and make a new agreement. And once the third speaker of government team will reply the second speaker of opposite and will summarize of government team. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the report of We Are Social from the Indonesia ID, the time spent using social media in Indonesia reached 3 hours and 18 minutes every day. This duration is the highest in the world. This is very problem, ladies and gentlemen. The problem that can create from this is the illusion of social connections, where we may have 1,000 or even a million followers on Instagram or TikTok, but do we really know one by one of them? I just say right. Ladies and gentlemen, virtual connection via social media is not the same as the face-to-face connection, which is important to build and maintain close relationship. We are definitely less connected on social media than when we meet them in person. Why? Because when we meet them in person, we can see their expression, we can see their history, we can feel their emotion. It can make us feel a direct connection with them by feeling their expression and their gestures. Ladies and gentlemen, using social media too often can make us lack of interaction with other people in the real life. And other people will call us anti-social. Why? Because we focus too much on social media and we ignore the real life to connection and communication in with other person in the real life. What are the consequences? We will be afraid to start communication with other people in the real life and will show expression of social anxiety due to lack face-to-face interaction. And today, children always use social media to communicate with their friends, like use WhatsApp, Instagram, Telegram, and others. And this is ends up making them dependent on technology. They always bring their smartphone. There is smartphone when they sleep, there is smartphone when they cook, there is smartphone when they eat, and others. This is not good. It is continuous happen, ladies and gentlemen. The impact is they will ignore their relationship in the real life and will ignore the presence of other people in their life. If this is continuous happen in the future of Indonesia, the brand of she don't need the help of other people because she afraid to start connection and start communication with other people in the real life. Social media cannot replace the human relationship in the real life because direct contact is the necessary to stimulate stress, reducing hormones that can increase the feeling of happiness, health, and good attitude. Ironically, too much using social media to interact with other people increase loneliness, isolation, and can make some problem of mental health, such as anxiety and depression. For example, someone who always using social media to interact with other people, she will afraid to start talking with other people. She will be afraid to engage in the small talk with friends, with teachers, and even with their family. They cannot express their expression because they just keep their expression over by themselves and don't want to share their feeling to other people because she knows that she can share with other people. Even it is the feeling of happy or sad. What is the impact? The impact is they can feel stressed, they can feel depressed, and also they can choose suicide. And from the argument that I present, there are many disadvantages of using social media in the real life with communication with other people. That's why we said that social media is making us less social.
7 minutes and 37.
Sorry?
7 minutes and 37. 37.
37. Next, hear from organization opinions, Arif. Find this rules.
We, the opposite team, stand firmly against the motion social media is making us less social. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in 20th century. This is 2022 in the Industry 5.0. This is how we supposed to communicate. Social interaction is not always face to face. Therefore, social media is as media of interaction. It is also count as social interaction. There's 8 billion people on this earth, and we are connected through something called social media. I know people from Australia, I know people from Africa, from Europe, even though I have never been meet them directly, but I know how they appearance because of what social media. On the contrary, what the government says, if we apply face-to-face interaction, let's not talk Australian people. How about students from other class? We doesn't even know them because we don't face-to-face interaction. So we just have a connection, a smaller connection. The implementation of social media, for example, we need to attend some workshop. For example, I want to attend a media workshop that it is held in Bekasi. It is so far from Malang, right? So I apply online workshop. Usually workshop held in online, right? Simple. I don't need to go to Bekasi. Another example, you need to talk about something really urgent. But you and your friend are 30 kilometers apart. Do you need to face-to-face interaction? Or you want to book flight or train ticket, hotel, get accommodation, cheaper. Is it enough? No. Actually, social interaction is not just about video call, Zoom or Google Meet. It is also about you post on your Instagram stories, you like someone's stories, or you comment on your friends' post. That is social interaction. People are scrolling through Instagram and TikTok, and you just found something hilarious and you like it, or content creator make education content and you don't understand, so you comment on and you comment on the post like, what does it mean, sir? Like that. That is social interaction, of course. For example, YouTuber Nancy suggests if you watch her video, she is telling the story and criminal case. When people found mistake, mispronunciation, or less information about the video, people are comment on the video, right? Not go to Jakarta and go to Nancy's house and knock Nancy, you have wrong with the video. No, of course not, right? Now move to my argument. Why I stand Sosmed is making us social even more. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a people out there has anxiety, like the government said, has afraid to talk to people, afraid to meet people, and also people who are too lazy to go to work, but still want to get income, right? And the answer is social media, of course. My reason is social media opens up greater job opportunity. What makes this job superior is it is flexible and can be done from anywhere. You can do it from class, you can do it from house, you can do it from cafe with matcha on the table, right? Therefore, the current vacancy pamphlet usually has VFO or VFH description, right? Because a job nowadays is not just stuck in office. Comparing to people's work at office, stressed with seeing pile of paper and facing arrogant bosses, with people who are just relaxing in house with doing her job, it's different. For example, I'm sorry, a honorary teacher or a factory employee, something like that. Friend of mine, Anna, she is freelancer. She is selling premium application. She is selling selfies, Shofi, in Twitter. Why she is selling it on Twitter instead of posting it on WhatsApp status? Because WhatsApp status only seen by the contact, but Twitter reach so many people. Imagine she doesn't use social media. She needs to print pamphlet and stick it on the wall and yelling to people like, "Hey, I'm offering selfies, Jogi, do you want it? Text me." This is not good. I mean, yeah. She is seeing Twitter as opportunity. That's why this house believes social media is making us social even more because it opens up greater job opportunity. Therefore, makes greater connection between people around the world, not just people you see.
7 minutes and 12.
This harus mentok 2 berapa menit?
5.
5. Atau
Thank you.
7. Ya.
3.
Atau 7 3 gitu kan.
Kurang banyak, Sar.
Okay, now we're going to. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. So once is like 1 minute, 2 minutes on the side, 7. It's 7 minutes.
Oh,
You not like 7:15. Like continuous knocking is 7:15. Okay?
So now we're going to.
It's okay.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. From the government people represented from the first.
Louder.
So nowadays, it's true that there are a lot of job opportunity online or in social media, but there are also risks that huge to the people who work in social media or online platform, because not all of people in Indonesia familiar with the platform. Not all of people in Indonesia use that platform. And how can we reach the people who offering jobs in social media if we don't have followers, or even though in social media it's a huge platform, but if you don't have a relation, or if you don't have a friend or followers, you cannot offer that to other people. And then job in social media can also be dangerous because there are a lot of chance to be fraud. I have an example that I have been scammed by I can say Indonesia is group order for K-pop stuff. So I was buying one of NCT album, and then I already transfer my money for the seller, but then it turns out I get fraud. And my money doesn't come back for me. And it's really dangerous because we don't know and we can't really meet the seller face to face. So that's why I think that doing the job in online form or in online platform will make a big risk to, or can be dangerous more to the people in our country. And then we move to my points. I have 2 points, and my first point is social media will make us social by limiting our ability to interact with others. And Indonesia is a country that is friendly and open to things, but Indonesian people are often easily led by opinion or influenced by something in social media. Why? Because Indonesian people is easily accept anything without confirming the information. They are just accept, believe, and sharing anything to other people or to their friends without checking if it's true or not. This will have negative on social life, where the role of social media is very influential in life. For example, the issue of the influencer Naura and Devano. Naura and Devano confirmed break up, and then it's assumed that Devano is cheating on Naura. But then Devano, who assumed that he was cheating on Naura, is becoming like antisocial and doesn't want to meet to media because doesn't want to speak up to media because he was too afraid to know that opinion is accusing on him. And then, in truth, I have seen that Naura become a guest in Cinta Punya podcast, and she said that her with Devano is not breaking up because of Devano's also say that people want to believe what they believe. So Devano and Aura is not confirming their actual relationship because they don't want to make public or make people more like having another opinion again. And yet, Devano has bad impact. Devano get the bad impact or negative impact from that news, right? And then that's why if you don't know the actual life or the actual relation of the people in social media, we can assume everything and it will bring a negative impact to the people who have the problem. The next is we can solve the problem through just social only. This is a habit in our younger generation. This is also a habit that we often met before. Younger generation not immediately solve the problem if they have a problem with their friend. They likely to share the story or to tell the problem to their friend or their classmates, right? And then it will assume an opinion. It will make an opinion that the people who have a relation or who have a problem with that friend will assume that or will like have communities such as the one before. And then, for example, is when I was in junior high school, I had a friend. I don't want to say her name, and she has a boyfriend who is also my classmate. But then my friend who is the name is Farah. Okay, Farah says that Farah who is the name of my friend who is the girl. Farah is cheating on him with my senior boyfriend, and that is a huge problem for my class. The information spreads so fast through social media and through multiple. It makes someone feel so burdened. And then the boyfriend of my senior also said that Safarani is her girlfriend now. So the problem is become more huge and huger. And Safarani decided to get out from the dormitory because her, and my senior was living dormitory before, and then she get out from there because all of the people in dormitory are accusing that her is stealing my senior boyfriend, and she's cheating from my friend. And it is a problem that we often met in our younger generation, right? And that's why my team and I believe that social media makes us less social because the relationship between the people in Indonesia is having a habit that they are not immediately solving the problem with the people who have the problem with them, but they still cause to another people. Thank you.
Kalau menit ke 1, how many now? 7 minutes? 7:15?
Iya.
So how many minutes? 8 minutes?
8 minutes and 27.
Yeah. 8 minutes. Nanti kalau nggak itu, Pak Basnya dikira nggak fair dengan yang lain. Ya, oke?
Sorry, sir.
Are you okay or no?
Okay.
Okay, so from the opposite team, firmly reject the motion today.
us less social. Ladies and gentlemen, the first speaker from government teams mentioned that social media have the negative impact for social aspect, such as lack of social interactions with some group. Then, however, we argue that this negative impact can be minimized by using social media wisely, such as implementing time limits for using the social media, the maximizing the use of social media for educational, and being critical for information on social media. Also, purpose to the second speaker from the government things mentioned that social media make us less social because social media replaces face-to-face, right? And this is because Indonesia having the habits and the traditions that like to meet directly and face-to-face. However, we disagree that social media is making people less social. Why? Because in Indonesia, there are still many people that use social media to interact directly and face-to-face. This can be seen from the number of people who use social media to hold virtual meetings like seminars, workshops, and meetings. And the second is the tradition and habit in Indonesia who like to meet face-to-face are not always a barrier for people to use social media positively. This can be seen from the number of people who use social media to build social relationship and contribute to society as the first speaker from opposite team mentioned before. Okay, then ladies and gentlemen, the second speaker from government team also mentioned that the example of Naura and Bivano, the citizen is give bad perspective for Bivano because it's cheating, right? But the influence or spreading bad things can also happen in real life, not even use social media. For example, in dormitory also, when we know the information from our friends, right? And we don't know the fact. We don't face to face know that, and so it can also having a bad impact for social interaction. Also, social media is just a tool, and like any tools, it can be used for good or bad. For example, filter. We also have used filters before, like in Instagram or TikTok, and other people can have their opinion that in real life and in virtual is different, right? But we can put the positive impact that using filter can have the positive impact, including increasing the self-confidence. Filters can help people to feel better about their appearance and boost their confidence. For example, a teenager like me with acne may feel more confidence to post with filter because it can remove my acne in my appearance. However, everything in overlimit is not good. Overuse filter can also make people become insecure without the filter. Then, if the social community was hit by the filter, we can minimize by not giving the high expectation from to others. Dear ladies and gentlemen, in Indonesia there are still many people who use social media people who use social media to counter the spread of false and bad information. Therefore, we believe that it is important to us to use social media wisely, like always check the truth of the information. And then, we are from opposite team, stand that social media is not making us less social, especially regarding the future impact. Why? We also have 2 points that we will discuss. For the first, let's focus on the tradition in Indonesia. Indonesia is a rich country with rich traditions and culture habits. But with the development of times and technology, we can be stuck. We can be stuck in there without trying to develop and make the traditions flexible. Government team giving the argument that social media is making us less social, but social media is also powerful tool to communicate and spreading ideas. Right. For the example is social media like TikTok. Now TikTok given birth the lot of content creator that make a good content. For example, Pandawarabu. Their content must be at least once in our FYP. There are a group of people that aware of the importance of environmental cleanliness. With content, they invite people to learn more about their surroundings. It is social effective because with this we can social interactions can be increased. For the first so with this we firmly reject the notion that social media can make us less social. For the second argument, we know that therefore, we firmly reject the motion of debate today that social media is making us less social. Thank you.
Seven 47.
Now we're going to move to third speaker on formative finance Europe. Third.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today I'll summarize the material and explain why 20 more. First, I'll rewrite the alternate argument, then I'll reinforce my 3 points and explain why they still stand at the end of the video. Okay, according from the second speaker, in opposite team, talk about the social media is can be positive. Who say the social media is negative? It's according to the people who use that social media. Then in Indonesia, not all people get the impact or affected by the technology. The example is the ethnic group. Ethnic group of Sudan. In their area, there is no technology. And if we're going to there, we cannot find this. So that's why in Indonesia, social media cannot be always used to all people. But social media can still affect us to the older people, or Gen Z, or anything that we call it. For the residences and people who has lived in there, they always know about the development of technology. They work with technology, they live with technology, they eat with technology. But the impact of that is they become less social. And as we know, human is a social being. So if we still stand up with technology, growing up with the technology, we will our habit as Indonesian people, our habit as Indonesian people that like Indonesian people have a habit while you walk around village or something that you meet another people even if you know, you still say hi or anything. That's the good habit of Indonesian people. And social media have some community, and this community is very dangerous for our kids. Like we know right now, there's a lot of game online like Free Fire or Mobile Legends, and in that game, there's this social media community. Also, our kids will have any friends if they join that community, but if they cannot control about the social media, they will always spend their time all day long just to play game with their friends. And as we know in Mobile Legends or in Free Fire, we just have little friends, not a lot as we in school or in public area. So that's why social media is still positive if we can control it, and social media still cannot used by all Indonesian people from Sabah until Merauke. Then I will reinforce my key point according to the first speaker from the government. We will talk about social media can make us like to be alone. Why? Because if we always use social media in our daily life, we need to doing our homework or tasks with social media, and then we eat or eat some food, we buy it in social media. It can make us just still stay in our room, not going out or doing some work to get what we want. And it can make us feeling that we do not need another people. As we know, that is so bad, and that was the impact of the technology advance. Then back to the habit of Indonesian people. Like in Indonesia, in holiday we always meet with our family to have small talk or meet with the new members in family. And if we use technology in that holiday or in that event, yes, we also know about the new member, but we cannot meet in in the tablets, and we cannot have some more interaction. Like in Zoom, we just talk, we just see our face, or maybe in WhatsApp group, we just send our picture with family and pass the text and send it in the group. And also, as we know, texts do not have any emotion. So if we always using the technology to talk with people, there will make a lot of miscommunication. And if we always have miscommunication with all people in our social media, slowly the people who know us in social media will work out from our social media, and because of that, we just depends in technology, social media. We will not have any friends again. Then without the people who have the present us, do not have any people to talk. Then social media can make us be lazy or limit our ability to do something. Like the first speaker from the website says that if you have any friends in other countries or in the other city, we just and if we need to talk with them, we just use the social media like WhatsApp or maybe Instagram or Zoom. But if we do more effort to meet them, it will make our feeling more better when we meet them. It will work effectively, and and if we meet with them, we can do our activities even in social media. So, ladies and gentlemen, we from the government team hope that all of us understand about our attitude. Thanks a lot of your time. It's all for me. Thank you.
7 minutes and 30. 7 minutes and 30.
7:30.
Yes. 30.
There's 7 p.m. Now 5 is your second speaker from
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Today I'm going to deliver from a specific thing that is social media is making us social. Okay, from the first argument, from the first speaker, interactions must not be facing face to face. So, as the first speaker said, we can use Zoom or even Meet to interact with people. And I'm going to give you one example. For about 3 years ago, we have got some trouble or some challenges, that is COVID-19. COVID-19 has a lot of activities were down, you know, right? Because of that, many people use social media to interact each other, one another, with other people. And by using social media, it will be easier for the user. And from the online, introvert has opportunity. As we have done together, introvert becomes an anxiety for us. I'm going to give you one example. If there is someone, he is or she is introvert, they is probably so difficult to interact or even to communicate with other people. Is it right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. But because of anxiety, they are losing their activities or even their job that they want to do. By using social media, introvert has opportunity to do their activities, such as I'm gonna give you some jobs. That is influencer, YouTuber, and Instagram, and Telegram. Okay. By using social media, the introvert people, they have opportunity to do their activities. And by using social media, the introvert is easy to get communication with other people, such as when they become YouTuber, they can communicate with their subscriber. When they become Telegram, they can communicate with their followers. And community is from technology. It relates with technology. Community right now is really different with family in past time. Community family, if we want to get together and we want to meet each other and one another, we have to come and face to face within that place, right? So, by using that way, or even face to face with other people, with us, automatically they feel so difficult. They have to come to that place, and they will use their effort, such as walking to the place. So I'm going to give you one example. Do you know Mohammed?
Yeah.
That is the community that someone joins over there. By using that community, especially Mohammed, A lot of people in Indonesia, especially Indonesia, that is from Sabang to Merauke, they can communicate one another, and they can get a lot of experience from using community in online or even in social media. Because of that, by using community in social media, many people will be easier to do activities that they are passionate, right? And second, it is tradition. Tradition, as we have known together. In Indonesia, we always use hello, hi for people that we meet. That we meet face to face. By using social media, we can inherit that tradition in daily life. Such as, I'm going to give you one example. And I have one friend in Instagram. So, that they are from outside country or even abroad. I would like to introduce myself. I would like to introduce myself to him or even her. And by using my tradition in Indonesia, such as hi and hello, I can do social media. And I'm going to do a rebuttal from Mr. Arif, that is game online. The first, guys, do you know Ran's family? Ran's family, right? Raffi Ahmad and Nagita Slavina have 2 children, and they have the same hobbies, right? That is playing game. So, Nagita Slavina and Raffi Ahmad always keep their children. And even though there is babysitter from Rapatan and Bayanza, right?
Yeah.
By using social media, by using in game online, we can socialize also. Such as parents, such as Rapatan is playing game, so babysitter is sleeping, and also the parents will interact also, will communicate also. And also, Mr. Arif said text has no emotion, or even they will not because they will not be angry if we use text by using our typing. What about when the people use they will be angry, right? By using any sticker, the sticker will not exist. The people that will send the sticker will be angry. Okay. Thank you.
7:40.